Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yaritza and I am a pre-K teacher in Texas. And this is going to be part 2 of setting up my classroom. So in part 1, you saw how I arranged all of the furniture in my classroom and how I've just been working on organizing all of the material that was already in here. It's a ton and I am very thankful that I have so much, but it's also just overwhelming to try and figure out where to put everything. So that's where I still am. That's where I'm stuck right now, is trying to find a place for everything. I'm trying to stay calm because tomorrow is our teacher meet and greet. It will be late in the evening. It'll be 5:30 to 6:30. And we have all day today to just classroom prep. But I just feel like I have all the things to do. Last week I mentioned that we were off campus basically all week except for last Wednesday. We were on campus last week on Wednesday, but we had a meeting half of the day and then we just had the afternoon to be in our classrooms. So I got a little bit done and I ended up bringing in more of my stuff. I brought in my 15 drawer rolling cart, which was one of the best purchases ever. One of my teacher besties was holding on to it for me. And then these drawers as well. I have cardstock and laminating sheets and my laminator there. So those are my projects to laminate, and I'm going to rearrange these Sterlite bins or Sterlite drawers for my laminating project. I decided to just make a ton of these. These are going to be my bulletin letters because I've mentioned to y'all bulletin boards are not my thing. I think they're time consuming and I don't like to do them. So I try to find easy ways to change them out throughout the year. So I mentioned that I change out the border, the title about 4 times a year. I do change out the work like every month, but as far as the border and the title, it's seasonal. I'll have a welcome board that I need to finish. And so when I take that one down, I'll have the fall theme one. We are falling in love with learning or something like that. And then I'll have a winter themed one, which I think I usually title Learning is Snow Much Fun. And it has a little snowman border. And then for the spring, something about growing. But anyway, so what I did was I printed out 6 of each letter. So I'm going to laminate and cut these and then I'm going to store them in the bins. So I'll have my vowels all in one drawer and then I don't know, B through J in one drawer and so on, whatever. So I can just pull out the bulletin letters throughout the year. And I also need to laminate my standards. So in the state of Texas, pre-K has their own set of standards and they were actually just updated last year. So this is going to be the first school year that we are using the new pre-K guidelines. That's what they're called. And it's a series of 10 developmental domains. And I made these. They're on my Teachers Pay Teachers. If any Texas pre-K teachers are watching. They are not editable though, but they are friendly I can statements. I list the actual domain, the subdomain, and then the pre-K guideline. And then I actually word it in a child-friendly language. So I like to have these laminated so that I can just pull them out throughout the year and display the learning objectives. That's a project. And I actually just bought this Amazon Basics laminating sheets. I usually go with a brand called Nuova. They also sell 200 sheets, but they're about 16. I think these were 12. So I was like, you know what? Let me try them. So hopefully I don't regret that decision. And I do need to finish. See, I have my title for my curtain board ready. But am I being real extra and did I reprint stuff just for the font? Yes, I did. So I'm going to get that ready. Oh, plus this one says Kinder. This one says ready to grow in Kinder. Okay, see, so this is my end of the year one. This one is look at us grow. So I reuse my first bulletin and my last bulletin. It's like succulent themed. And I bought these from Lakeshore a few years ago, so I laminated them so that I could hang on to them. So I'll show y'all what the board looks like at the end. The only thing I don't have is my actual like succulent border, because I ended up leaving all of it in my old kinder classroom. If you're new here, I was not teaching last year. I was an instructional coach, so I was not a classroom teacher. And I left a lot of my stuff, not a lot, but I left some of my stuff in my old classroom. And at some point last week, I think it was last Wednesday, I went to go get some of my things. So I'll show you guys what I got back from my classroom. Starting off with my border. Last time that I was teaching pre-K, which was the 2018-2019 school year, I would do an outer space themed bulletin. And I got a little bit of science stuff. I got my art bins back. So I put them in here. My binders were sitting over here in a box, so I just shoved those in there. These two are still empty, these two cabinets. So I still have space for things in here a little bit. I did bring hangers because I think I have more dress-up clothes that I need to hang up, and these, they broke off. Little hangers. This is all of my crap that we're going to ignore. I still have things that I need to sort. This is going to be bulletin paper for the bulletin boards at the entrance of my classroom. These are extra bins that I need to figure out what to do with. This is math things. This is random things, blocks, random things, random things, random things. And I started to sort the art stuff, but I still have a ways to go. I need to clear out this area so that I can put my books here. So my books are just in different bins. This is books, and then this is books. So I'm going to sort my books into those red tubs. So I'm going to have my books back there. And the only little things that I've done, I said that I was going to put these bins in here. So I'm going to sort the things that are still on the table. Hopefully they'll fit in these bins, and then I'll label them. And these bins are from Target, and I already had them because these are the kind that I used whenever the COVID year, so 2020, 2021, students had to have individualized supplies and materials. So I bought these bins so that each student could have their own activities in them. So I'm glad that I can reuse them. And what I'm planning to do in these bins is to keep my students' change of clothes. And I also mentioned that 2 students are going to share one cubby. They are going to keep their backpacks here, name, and then lunch bag if they bring one. So that's the state of my classroom currently. And oh, I have not mentioned that I do have 2 restrooms, but apparently one of them is not working. And we found out that the hard way last Friday when I had family volunteers. One of them went in there to use the restroom and it overflowed. So now we know not to use it. And this is my class schedule from kinder, so I still need to rearrange it. I taped it on. Yeah, it has painter's tape on it, so it'll come off easily. But what I'm thinking is I might print out little rectangular boxes to go over the numbers and put some Velcro. So as we're progressing through the day, it'll have a check. So when we did We're not going to have morning work. We'll probably do morning meeting first. No, they do breakfast, morning meeting, enrichment, blah, blah, blah. And we can Velcro a check mark for everything that we've done throughout the day. It's very important for the little ones to have a visual schedule so they know what is the flow of their day. And most importantly, they know that once we complete everything, they get to go home. But admin does want us to finish our bulletin boards. So I'll do that first. I don't know. You know what? Yes, let me just do the bulletin board first to get it out of the way. I just need to laminate and cut this. I did bring my own cutting. I don't know, not cutting board. Paper cutter. I brought a charger. These are the hangers. Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna just leave my ID off because I don't plan on leaving to get something to eat till later, so I'll just get that off of me. I did find gloves, so as I'm cleaning and organizing, I'll put these on. And my checklist, which are free on my Teachers Pay Teachers, I need to make a checklist of things that I need to do. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay, and I just spilled some coffee. And this is my school laptop. I was trying to delete things off of the C drive because it said it was full. So my district has access to OneDrive, which is like an online cloud, which I love because every time I get a new laptop, all I have to do is just download my OneDrive, sign into it, and it downloads all of my things. But I've never had the issue where the laptop already has a lot of its memory used up. So it did not let me download anything. So I think I need to call the IT department at some point so that I can do that because I don't have access to like my old lesson plans, just all my things on my drive. Yep, let's just start with the laminating. I'm gonna get my coffee ready. What is I going to do? Plug in my laminator. And I do want to brag on this school. This has been the only school that I've ever been to where you can print in color. And it's a really big deal because we did not have that at all at my old school. But I did print my things off this morning before coming to school because of my laptop situation. I'm not hooked up to a printer yet. I don't even know if it would let me. But okay, let me get my coffee ready and start laminating this so I can get my board done. And you know what? I need to find more twine. All right, y'all, it is about 10 in the morning. I took a little break from filming after I set up my bulletin board because they told us to go get our rosters. And then off camera, I took some things out of my classroom, like binders. I had 2 boxes of magnetic letters, and I already have one tub that's full, so I have more than enough magnetic letters. And I had a couple of boxes of construction paper, which I also have enough of. So just extra supplies that or things that I knew that I was not going to need. I put them all in the teacher's lounge. So hopefully somebody will find use for them. I'm going to start sorting things into those colorful bins and just go from there. And I still have a little bit of space on the edge on the top of that shelf. So I think I'll put the blocks there. To be determined. Let's just get started. Let's keep going. Hey y'all, it's about 2 p.m. and I took a way longer than intended break. I had to pause. I was hungry, so I pumped. I took my lunch break, I ate, and have just been doing little things. And I did have a couple of technology teachers come in to ask questions if tech is working. So I tried out the projector, which is working great, and the sound is built in. This is one of the speakers. The speakers worked perfectly. Like, they're nice and loud. Like, I'm excited and I'm thankful that my technology works, and it's pretty easy to use it as well. So I just have to turn it on and I hook up my HDMI. So this was one of the reasons why I did choose to have whole group area here. The Clever Touch is okay. I honestly, I think it's faster to navigate with the computer because I can save my bookmarks. I haven't been able to do that on the smart board. So I plan on staying till 4, so I have a couple more hours. I have random stuff on the tables at this point. This gray cabinet doesn't, I think it has a couple of empty ones. This gray. So I have some space there, and I decided that the cabinets inside of the closet, I'm going to put some of my personal things in there. So you know what? I'm going to tackle kind of that art area. I'm going to clear out that counter so that I can put my books up there, and then sort what I want into those cabinets so I can see what stuff I have to take back in my car. Really want these tables to be cleared off. So So I'm gonna check back in with y'all probably around 3:30. So let me work for an hour and a half. And the memory, I have still been recording these vlogs just using my phone, but I see that I only have like about 50 minutes left of footage that I can record. So I'm just gonna check back in with y'all at the end. So here is the before. And let me get closer. Actually, I dug these out. They do want us to have a data bulletin, so I dug that out and I'll show y'all later. I have a title that goes with it. So some of this is random music stuff. Random. I need to count to see how many of these I have. I'm gonna work on this area. And random stuff. I need to find a spot for the kinetic sand. I already said that. Okay, I will check back in with y'all in about an hour and a half. It is 3:45, y'all. I am so tired and I'm sure I look a hot mess and I look tired. I feel like I'm 80% done. I did get a lot done. I ended up opening the classroom next door, which I told y'all is extra storage. And that classroom is just like a sea of tables and desks and lots of chairs and just extra furniture, rugs, but there's like enough space for me to get through. The layout is very similar to this classroom, just I guess flipped, but there's enough space in the back where the cubbies are. It has the same cubbies as this classroom. So I snuck in there and I took a couple more bins so that I could put my books in there. So let me show y'all what I got done. There's even extra space in here. So I took out the stuff that was in here. The only thing I kept were these puzzles. And this is like, it's easel paper, but I don't have an easel for art. So I could put something else in here. And these are mostly my own personal posters and things. And I'm just going to leave this extra whiteboard in here for now. But again, I still have this empty to put my stuff in. I just haven't decided or had the time to do it. And I have to go through all of my stuff, like I have said, so that I can figure out what to put in my car. I'm going to take this to Lakeshore to get it laminated. So, yay, stuff is cleared off. I want to empty this black bin and put my whiteboards inside and put that black bin right here so it's accessible during whole group. And again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these bins, but I'm keeping these here because this will be the writing area. So this is still random stuff, even though, well, this is sensory stuff, but I don't have more space for it. And this is bins and more sensory stuff. So I actually just remembered that I don't have a bin to put in the cool down corner. But I did find this seat that I've actually never seen this kind, but so this is going to be the only seat in the cool down corner. But for now, this is like random clothing that was left here, and these are extra iPads that I don't need, so somebody needs to get these out of here. Put my kinetic sand there for now. This is also like a sensory thing. But yeah, trash trash section. And then I did move that bookcase. I moved it over here. I still have to put these two bulletin boards together, but I cleared out this area as well. So these are all of my books. These are two of my bins. So I need to write my name on my bins. These are the two bins that I got from the other classroom. My books. This is supplemental curriculum that I will be using later in the year. I have caddies and like extra stuff in here. Just random stuff. My pocket chart, I'll just leave it there for now. I'll probably get this chair out of here. I'm going to leave this space for the napping mats. So not terrible, right? It's coming along. I'm just so tired. So tomorrow, I think I can be done tomorrow for sure with the stuff like on the tables that's left and the art stuff. And then I need to start putting stuff in my car, like I said. So I know I can do it. It still just feels overwhelming. And I need to hang up my borders. So a little trick that I have is to get a command hook and I put it on the inside of this door. Look at this. So that will get done tomorrow. Hopefully if I finish all of that, then I can start working on my teacher area. But you know what? I know that I need to prioritize printing out all of the paperwork as well. So I don't know. I think I might do that at home just so that I can at least have all of my original copies and I can just run them here. My pre-K partner has been sharing some things with me. So yeah, I need to make myself a checklist of like all of the handouts for tomorrow because it's going to be a lot. But I am going to run to Lakeshore to get more of those red chunky pencils and a couple of borders, and I'm going to see if there's like a succulent theme or maybe pastel colored themed calendar. The calendar that I have, I found at the Target dollar spot the very first year I started teaching. I'm pretty sure it was no more than $5. I've always used it, but if I can find one that's themed, I'll use it. So that's the state of things. I also hung up this felt board. So I think that looks way nicer than just that block of wood that's sticking out of the wall. But all right, y'all, it's about to be 4. Let me pump and get out of here so I can go to Lakeshore and go home. I will see y'all tomorrow. y'all. It is Thursday. It's about to be 5 p.m. Today has been crazy busy, so our open house starts in half an hour, so I just want to check in real quick so I can show y'all how not ready my room is. But it's okay because it's presentable, so I definitely had to shove some things just to the side, and hopefully the kids won't dig into them. I made that mistake my very first year, my very first teacher meet and greet. I had like books out, very, very few things, but the kids still went through it. Hopefully that won't be the case today, but I'm going to, so today was like full of demo lessons. There's a lot of curriculums going on, and so what we did is that we had 4 sessions chunked up during the morning up until lunch, and so we were divided into teams. Hey y'all, it's just a little bit past 3:10, and I'm so sorry that I got cut off yesterday. My pre-K partner came in and we started talking about some things, and then next thing you knew, we had to be in the cafeteria so that all the staff could get introduced before starting the teacher meet and greet at 5:30. And it was absolute craziness, just like I recall. And so I had about 15 parents, kids that showed up, so that was a pretty good turnout. And one thing that's been really off is that our systems haven't been updating very fast. So I actually only had 5 kids on my roster, but like I said, I had about 15 sign in. I was really excited to meet all of them. Lots of cute faces. And then one mom, she's so sweet. She got me a little, what is this? A tumbler filled with all of these goodies that I'm going to take home. It's so cute. And then it has a pun. I love puns. It says, I hope to learn a latte this year. So cute. And another thing that surprised me was that my classroom is going to be a little multilingual, which I was not expecting based on the demographics of last year. I put all of my papers inside of Ziploc bags, and then I also asked the parents to bring back those Ziploc bags with the change of clothes. And y'all, I did not have pens. And I used to have this little cup full of just random pens that I've ended up with, but I think I left them in my other classroom because I did not see them in here. But I have another cup at home also with just a bunch of pens, but I forgot to bring it. So that was frustrating because I was trying to get parents to fill out an emergency contact form. And I can show y'all, I think I'm just going to do a separate video talking about meet the teacher forms. One of those sheets is the emergency contact information, and I ended up just having to pull pencils out so that they can fill out the information. So it was fine. I managed, but it was absolute craziness, and that hour just flew by. And I had not checked the kitchen, like the furniture in the kitchen, and there was a little play food basket full of food, and somebody found it, so I had like a few kids playing in the kitchen already, but it was fine. Like, it wasn't too much, and they actually cleaned up before they left, but I have to put that away. And so yesterday though, the bulk of the day ended up being just trainings, and we didn't get to be in our classrooms until after 2:30. I don't remember at this point, but definitely just late. And so I just ended up shoving things because I was not going to have enough time to truly organize it. But it's not that much stuff left to organize. It's really just getting all of my crap out of here, so I'm still just in the same kind of place to where I need to go through my stuff. I still have those 2 empty cabinets in that closet. That's literally the last space that I have open that's not taken up. And what else? Yeah, I was exhausted yesterday. And then today, they let us go maybe at around 10:30ish this morning. And I don't have access to my roster. So I had to fill out a form that my registrar gave me so that I could request access from the district. And then I can't log into the printers because I'm not in the system. So it's kind of been a frustrating day in that sense, because it's been simple things that I have to do, but I can't do them because I don't have access, or I don't have what I need. The other frustrating thing is that my laptop is not working like it should be, and the OneDrive, I called the IT department. They were not able to do anything over the phone. They submitted a help desk ticket, so somebody at some point is going to come out physically to come help me. So it was just so frustrating that I needed access to stuff, particularly my name labels, so that I could print those off and have them done. My partner teacher was very sweet, and she let me log into her computer, and I was able to download my OneDrive there and access that file. And by that time, I really had to prioritize. I was like, at the very least, I absolutely need name tags ready for Monday. So those are hanging up right here. And the only other thing that I did was the 2 bulletin boards. I put paper and border on there, and we talked about our daily schedule, which we had to make up. So that took up a chunk of time. And we talked about kind of like the instructional board, what we're going to include there. And my other one, the full one that you see that's not blocked by the bookcase, that's going to be the data wall for the kids. And I have a title for it, just like I used to have in my other classroom, that says learning is sweet, or something like that. But I have a title, and it should be somewhere. I pulled out all of the little ice creams, so those are also just hanging up here. I'm just gonna make my own months of the year, but I did not get a chance to do it since, again, computer issues. So I might do that over the weekend. I want to make my own little template for the weather. And you know what? I need to hang up my hundreds chart on there too. And I have my calendar numbers over here in these white drawers. But yeah, y'all, like, this has been the least put together that my classroom has been on the first day of school. And it's gonna be okay, but I really wish we had another week without students. I still need to organize my books. I need to pull out my Theme 1 box. There's still plenty to do. I'm already packed up, ready to go home. I'm pumping, so hopefully my machine is not too loud. And I cleared out my desk. I pulled out my little bins for my rolling cart. So I'll have to relabel it at some point. But I just wanted things off of my desk and to be shoved just out of sight. And we have, I think these are called zip ties, and labels that the school gave us for students that are walkers, car riders, or go in daycare. And we put those together like this on their backpacks. So it has the name of the student and the teacher. And also in the morning, though, we did practice our dismissal in particular. We talked about arrival. So I do plan on filming next week. And what I expect on the first day is the bare minimum, because realistically, I'll be lucky if I can even read a book to them. All right, I'm done pumping. I'm gonna get out of here, go get some pizza, and take a giant nap before husband and baby get home. So I hope that y'all enjoyed part 2 of classroom setup. And also, if you are going to set up your classroom, I don't know, I hope that it makes you feel better to see how unfinished my room is. Your stuff does not need to be 100% done by the first week of school. And I'm going to keep working on stuff throughout next week. But I honestly don't anticipate my room being even ready for a tour maybe at the end of September, early October. But yeah, so a little later in the start, I will do a classroom tour. And that's it. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.